Welcome, everybody. I'm Emily Aarons, and today we are doing Pick a Card. So, whether you are live or you're on the replay, there is a message baked right in here that is just for you. For those of you who are live, I do this every single Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern, whether it's pulling cards or coaching or some sort of uh, educational class to help you grow your business and get into alignment. That is my jam here on this channel. And I'm here also on Instagram just for fun. Today, I'm going to be using my Angels in Your Biz Oracle card deck. This is my own card deck, which is designed for entrepreneurs to get into alignment and get a message from their guides. So I'll be shuffling them up. For those of you who have a specific question, please go ahead and put it down into the comments. If you would just like a card, just say card, please, and put that below. I'll take people live from either location. If you're on Instagram, come join us over on YouTube. That'd be cool too. And let's get this party started. So please also let me know if you're new around these parts. I would love to connect and sort of see how you found me and how I can best serve you. I do have a link. I have a comment pinned up here, which is next week I'm doing a limited time spirit guide communication class. So it's a workshop that we're going to talk about connecting with your spirit guides, your angels, and how to protect your space and take that to the next level, which is to use that insight information from your spirit guides to grow your business, which is so fun. So if you, let's say people who are on Instagram, you can use the word spirit guide and I'll send you a DM over on that platform. I'm just having fun, folks. So card, please, if you would like a card. If you have a specific message, ask the specific message and let's get going. Okay. So, and this one is popping up just for everybody. Grounding, refresh, and reset. So again, it doesn't matter if you're live or on the replay, these messages are for you. And it's a message that's coming in for your business. So if you've been stuck or unsure, you're pivoting, you're growing, you're scaling, you're launching, wherever you are in your business, these are going to help you to get more clarity and to move forward faster. So grounding is really important right now, depending on where you live around the world. Make sure that you do spend extra time in nature. Hopefully you can do so barefoot. I know not everybody lives in a place like I do. I have a backyard farm and I can walk out my back door barefoot and be in the grass and be with animals in 2 seconds. If you don't have that privilege, just make sure that you do find time. Doesn't matter what the weather conditions are. Get outside, connect with nature, come back home. It's really important, especially right now. All right, so I see Michelle, Jean, Courtney, Adrian, Stephanie, Alexis, JB, and Adrian over here. Folks on here on Instagram are like, I think we're going to go on YouTube. That's a good idea for you. So let's get started. Looking forward to your reading today. Would love a message from you or spirit if you're called to share. You bet, Michelle. And you are first in line. Listen, you're no fool. You know how to get here early. Let's go. So, Michelle, let's go. Okay. Whoa. Michelle, power, you're the expert. This card is signaling to you that you don't have to look outside yourself to say, oh, somebody else is doing it better. You are also an expert. You have to be able to take a sort of unbiased vantage point. Your guides are kind of pointing to you like, why would you think that you're any less qualified than somebody else? That's just silly. We think that all these people on the internet and like who have these big name brands, like they're so much further along and they have so much more experience and they've achieved it. They're there. And we're not. We're climbing. That's not true for you, Michelle. Your guides are saying, yeah, step into your power. You have plenty of life experience. You have plenty of knowledge. You have plenty. You have enough to go put yourself out there. And so it's time to stop the second guessing and the inner turmoil and doubt and just start freaking helping somebody. One of the things that I've been really playing with and not sure how to fully incorporate into my business just yet. Oopsie, I'm getting a notification and I'm trying to shut it off. Do not disturb. There we go. I'm trying to feel like how do I incorporate this? It doesn't have to happen like overnight. It's going to be a process. So Michelle, give yourself the space just to be like, okay, how would I show up today if I knew I were the expert in this thing that I'm doing? The thing is, you want to be able to help just one person. Can you just help one person today? And it doesn't matter if it's with a particular certification you have or whatever it is, just be there, help somebody today. Um, all right, next is Jean. Card, please. Oh, wait, I already did this one. I'm moving grounding. I did shuffle it. We'll shuffle it again. Shuffle, shuffle. Actually, no, I'll put these two. I was going to leave the two cards out, but you know what? I'm going to leave them in because Spirit has a message for you. And I don't want to stop Spirit from giving you your message just because I think that I'm going to change it. Here we go. Ready? Let's go. So for folks who are on Instagram, I'm over on YouTube right now. If you want to join me over here, you can, or you can just put card please in the chat. But I have a large list of people here on YouTube. So we'll see who I can get to. Jean, gratitude. Give thanks for all you have. This gratitude card is a lovely one. It's also sometimes annoying when you're like, give me a better message. This gratitude card is reminding you to be thankful for all the things that you already have. And it's also a nod that better things are always coming. And it's also a nod back in time that, one of those days in the past, you were wishing for all the things that you have today and you have them, you're living them. This is your lived experience. So yes, there's always more on the horizon. And yes, you have more than what you used to have. So this card gratitude is saying, let's deepen that. Let's open up to this next level of gratitude within yourself, within your heart. I feel like we all took a collective breath right there and open up for like, how does it get better than this? That is your message today. Okay, Courtney, what will my business look like over the next 3 months? Core values, hone in on your purpose and your values. This is asking you to get really super crystal clear. Actually, I was talking to a friend yesterday about her core values, and she was saying how, she booked these random 3 amazing speaking gigs like out of thin air. And her teacher said, well, what were you doing? And she said, well, I was getting really clear on what my values are. So this is an opportunity to not just talk about like where you want to live in the world, what you want to do in the world, but like, what really matters to you. And sometimes we can get more focused on like what we're doing in our business versus like why it matters to us. So I would get clear right now to say, if you want to think about the next 3 months, get clear on like, why does that matter so much to you? um and I know you personally, so I know like there are certain qualities like travel and freedom and lifestyle and more income. I love that. And like, why does that matter so much to you? Why does that matter right now? So hone in on your purpose and your values, and then that will clear itself up. Um, there's something else that wants to come in. I don't know who sings this song. It's like this pop song, One Step at a Time. So your guides are also saying like, just take it one step at a time. How does that song go? One step at a time. There's no need to rush. Da, 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 da. I don't even know. It's like some girl band. I don't even know. I don't know who sings it, but that's what I'm hearing. One step at a time. All right, Adrian. Yes, you made it live. Stephanie, you're next. Here we go. Stephanie, commitment, step out of indecision. Ugh. I feel this one. I feel it for you. This is basically saying, you stop waffling. Pick a lane. You're welcome and you're welcome. I see the thank yous. You've got to stop the waffling. Like I feel sad, Stephanie, because on one hand, your energy is wanting to propel forward, wanting to move forward, wanting like big things and do this and that. On the other hand, it's like you're a scared little girl in the closet, like, I don't want to come out. Don't make me. You can't make me. So there's this push and pull that's happening in your system, um, but you got to stop the indecision. You got to stop the indecision for right now. Because you can't imagine if you were like a driver and you had a steering wheel and you're like, all right, I'm going to go left. And there was another driver in the same vehicle and they're like, I'm going to go right. And then the car is doing this back and forth, but it's not going anywhere. That's what they're showing me. It's like you're just spending all this energy doing this back and forth. One step at a time. Jordan Sparks. Yes, that's who it is. Jordan Sparks. I haven't thought of that song in a long time, but that was the song that came up for you, Jordan Sparks. So you might also want to Google the lyrics for that song because it like popped up really clearly and I don't ever think of that song. So that's for you. Yeah. All right. So, all right, next, Alexis. So I'm making that sound to clear the energy in the space. Starting to get a little dense. I feel a lot of excitement. Folks waiting eagerly, anticipating. This is good. Stride productivity. You got it. You'll be up in 2 people. And so where was I? Alexis. Alexis, you got soulmate clients. Your dream clients are in your heart. So I love this card, soulmate client. So I have a number of really awesome soulmate client meditations here on YouTube, as well as inside of the Mastering Ascension membership app. You can check it out. This is helping you to connect back into your heart excuse me, there was a shift there for you, Alexis. Like, you're spending a lot of time looking outside of yourself, but really call in your soulmate client in your heart, connect with them heart to heart. Imagine you were sitting with this person, a singular one person, like one person, you and them sitting together. And you're like, hey, tell me, how was your day? What was going on? What are you struggling with today? And they start to tell you what's going on. And you can say, oh, wow, I can help you with that. Feel that connection, like more personal. I feel like you're not connecting with what you're doing because your soulmate clients are like out there somewhere, but you haven't like met them and touched them and squeezed them and brought them in closer. So it's like, I need you to make it more real. And I would love for you to do one of the soulmate client meditations and really feel the energy. Because what that does is it allows you to feel it viscerally in your energy field. When you feel that connection, it has brought people to tears. They connect so deeply. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to help them. So it really moves you in action in a different way than just like trying to shake people down for some money. It's a whole different thing. Yeah. Check it out. Hi, Carla. Okay. We got JB registered for the class. I can't wait. Yay. I can't wait too. So, for those of you who are on Instagram, if you type Spirit Guides, it will send you a link to my class. That's coming up on Monday. Here it's pinned, but it's emilyaarons.com/spirit guide. It's only $37. It's going to be like a 2-hour long class. We're going to talk about spirit guide communication, angel communication, protecting your space, protecting your energy, and anything else that you guys really want to dive into because it's going to be an intimate class. Adrian, I've been following you since 2019. I purchased your Akashic Records training. I've stayed around you because I love all the things intuition. I just opened my own life coaching business. Oh, cool. Welcome. And thank you for being around since 2019. OG in the house. Crystal clear connection. Good afternoon. Love that I caught you live. Carrie, hi. Adrian would love a card. All right, Adrian. Clear your energy. Stop, drop, and realign to your highest. Let's just do a quick little once over, everybody. Let's take a few deep breaths, not just for Adrian, but for everybody who is on. Let's take a few deep breaths. Call in white healing light. Fill the space around you. Feel that light fill up your body, your energy field. And exhaling, releasing anything that doesn't serve you at this time. Inhale, breathing in white light, healing energy. Exhale, release anything that doesn't serve you, any ideas, thoughts, limiting beliefs, stories, energies, and entities that don't belong in your field. Just let them go. Clear it out and reconnect back to your highest self. So from this place, Adrian, in your body, your guides are saying, go higher, clear higher. And I had a client session this week. And one of the things I was doing with her was raising her vibration out of just this 3D where we are up to 5D. connecting with this multi-dimensional self, this huge spirit that she is. We all are. We can connect with. So these different elements of ourselves living on different timelines, but here, all once, all now, like all of that. So if you can, Adrienne, clear your system, clear your mind, raise your vibration like a lamp is getting brighter, do that more frequently. Your guides are asking you to just do that because you know what? Right now, things can be really heavy. Um, October has been a month where it's bringing what we have been suppressing up to the surface, and it's pissing us off. We're getting angry. We're getting we're fighting. We're fighting people, but like it has to come up. So whatever you've been suppressing as well, folks who are here with me, it's time to just like let it go, clear it out, let it go. Uh, Steffi P. Crystal clear, you can be it. Your guides are really asking you to imagine what happily ever after looks like. And this is part of what I call the energetic advantage. What we can do to get whatever we want, to manifest whatever we want, is connecting first with like what is my higher self looking like? What does she experience? What is life like? What is business life? What is she wearing? What is her energy? What is her presence when I'm around her? Connect with that deeper place within you, and you can actually be it. The fact that you can see it in your mind's eye, if we all kind of imagine what does happily ever after look like for us, if you can see it in your mind's eye, it means it's already created in the quantum field. It's already done. Doesn't that kind of just like blow your mind? And it kind of makes it feel easier. So, like right now, outside of my window, my husband is literally building a shed, like a wood shed for our wood that we burn in our wood burning stove. And we usually have this like old rickety one, and we put tarps over it. And of course, the rain and the snow and the wind, the tarps get all beat up, they get holes, and inevitably our wood gets all wet and, you know, all that. So I said, can you make one out of like free wood pallets? And he's like, yeah, yeah, I can. So he's been out there building this little shed. When we think of our happily ever after life, we think we have to build it like we're building this woodshed. Like we got to get the parts and then the tools and then the drilling and the screws and the side and measuring and all that. You don't. The fact that you can see it and feel it, you can start magnetizing that just in your mind, because the things that we really desire, the secret, this is the secret, everybody leaning in, it's a feeling. It's just a feeling. That's all it is. What we're really desiring is to feel a specific way. So this card that says crystal clear, you can be it. Start to imagine those things right now and start to feel those feelings now. That is your guidance for today, dear friend Steffi. It's been crystal clear connection. It's been so weird lately. I hope I can get a card. You can. Oh, and I said something over here. Carla, no, shoot. I don't know if she's still here. Stride Productivity, are you still here? I don't know if you are. I can get the YouTube chat working for me. Yes. Hopefully you can get on there. I don't know if is anybody on Instagram right now? I don't think they are. I just totally blanked and oh, Carla. Great. Carla, this is for you then, darling. My friend, here you go. Carla, you got healing. It's time to schedule some healing work. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's energy work. Doesn't matter if it's a massage, acupuncture. I don't care. It's time and you're overdue and you know it. But part of this is the other message that's coming in for you, Carla, is that, you know, we focus so much mental capacity on our own personal growth and our business growth. And sometimes when we're going through a transition and a shift, we also need the physical body work. Like I know when I'm going through something I have to go to the chiropractor. I have to go get a massage because part of this up leveling, this upliftment, that's shifting, that's happening in the energy, it's also happening in my body. And we know that this universal law is energy before form. So if your energy is already shifting, new ideas, expansion, and we're evolving, and then you got to get some work on your physical body. So get some work done. All right, let's see who is next. Millie, hello. Crystal Aura, yes. Karen Bender, hi. I haven't caught you live in a long time. Yeah, I haven't seen your name in a long time either. How's it going? Wow. The algorithm is showing people who follow me that I'm live. Oh my gosh. I'm blushing. Silly. All right. So where were we? Crystal Aura, and then Gold Heart, and then Millie. All right, Crystal. Crystal, I have this feeling before I pull the card, I feel like sometimes even in like the way that I shuffle, it is telling me information about the person who I'm pulling cards for. I was shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and I never stopped. So this is kind of an indicator that like you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to like try so hard. Like just like for me, a couple shuffles, great. You mixed it up, cool. Let's pull a card. This is like a tendency of like putting in extra, 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 extra work. Excuse me, there's a shift there for you, but it's also kind of like you think that like the spirituality like has to be harder than it is, and it's really not, and it can be very easy, natural. Okay, so Crystal, you got on fire. Everything is working out as planned. I love that. Everything is working out as planned. So when we combine these two messages of like shuffling and working and working and working, but like everything is okay, can we just give you like a little bit of a break here? Can we just say like, listen, all the energy, the effort, the things that you've been doing, it's all working out in your favor? She goes, "Hey." So let's just like take off the expectations, take off of the worry, take off having to work so hard for it. And your guides are coming in too of like, it wouldn't kill you to ask for some help and some guidance once in a while. It doesn't have to be all you. And I will say, Crystal, that for me, I'm in a season right now where I I have I built this beautiful multi six figure business and then I tore it all apart, tore off the walls. I'm down to the studs. And I'm being very intentional about what I want to then build again. How do I want the walls to look? And once the walls are built, what am I going to hang on them? What color am I going to paint them? Like I'm being very slow and methodical and intentional. And I'm literally just doing what my guides are guiding me to do. It's actually really hard to get out of my head because my brain, I've done all the things. I know the strategy. I know how to get it done. I can do it fast. And I'm a manifesting generator. So once I got an idea, I just hit the ground running. I am intentionally pumping the brakes to say, you want me to go there? Guide me. Show me the next right step. What is my next message? And that's part of why I think the Spirit Guide Workshop is coming up right now because I've been leaning so much into connecting with my spirit guides and angels. It's time for you to then do this too, Crystal, with the K. Like let them have a word in edgewise, okay? Let them guide you. Crystal clear connection. I feel like the collective reading is really hitting for me the gratitude and core cards that have been coming up a lot for me. Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. Millie, I can't wait to receive your cards. I prayed for Canada Post to stop their strike and they did. So hopefully I'll have them. Oh gosh. I hope so too. And for those of you who want to go to the spirit guide communication workshop and get a deck of free cards, you are in luck. You can actually do both. If you refer a friend and the two of you sign up, you'll both get 50% off of these oracle cards. Pretty cool, right? I've never done I don't know, it's not really a BOGO. It's not a buy one, get one. It's more like a refer a friend, get half off situation. But if you're interested in taking my spirit guide communication class, it's on Monday. It's at 12 o'clock, right? Yeah, it's at 12 o'clock Eastern. It's only 37 bucks. It's going to be very in depth. So for those of you who are on YouTube, you can register. For folks on Instagram, type spirit guide. Let's do this. Did I get everybody? Did I miss anybody? One of the things that is very challenging is connecting, reading, and keeping up on social media at the same time. It's kind of like two very different worlds that I'm navigating. Um, Also, today is my youngest son's 7th birthday. I'm very excited for him. And so it's kind of a special day all around. Thank you for the card. You're very welcome. Me, okay, Millie, great. I don't intentionally skip people ever, ever, ever. I've had some emails and DMs that people are convinced in their mind that I did not get them on purpose, and I promise you that is never the case. It's usually I don't see the message, I forget it, I got distracted, I lost my place, or like the feed keeps going and I, just don't know where I am. So Millie, you're next. All right. Okay. Millie, you also got healing, schedule healing work. So this came up on here for Carla on Instagram. It's coming up for you. The fact that it came up twice in like a 20-minute span for a collective, this is a reminder to take really good care of yourself. For those of you who are in Mastering Ascension, this month, I released a brand new reboot meditation. Now, reboot is a simple meditation that clears your entire energy field, all the blocks out. But this one is specific to open you up to more abundance. So once we've cleared your field, then we begin to hone in on how much better it can get and this beautiful wealth and financial abundance energy that comes in with it. So it's a really good one. And at the very least, if you're not going to get body work or energy work, that is a great way to clear your system and get that healing that you need. Happy birthday to him. Thank you. I got some mail the other day. Postal workers in Canada were on a rotating strike last time I heard. Hope they settle soon too. We need them. Yeah. Yeah. You don't realize how much you need them until you really need them. I've been listening to the 41-minute reboot on M&A for the last 2 nights. 41-minute one? I don't know which one that is, but that's great. You're welcome so much. Oh, I see. Yes, you're back, Valerie. Cool. I think that I had Instagram is slower than YouTube. I asked if you were still here a few minutes ago, and I think you must have left and came back. So I'll pull you. Actually, I already pulled a card. There was a second one I had pulled, waiting for the next person. So this was for you, Valerie. Oh, and the crowd goes wild. This is Guardian Angels. Guardian Angels. Infinite support is here. So we were just talking about spirit guides and asking for their guidance, asking for them to help us move forward in our business and make decisions. This card, Guardian Angels, is really special. Whenever this card comes in, 100 Guardian Angels appear around you. So let's take a moment and breathe and just feel that. Feel the energy of your Guardian Angels supporting you. And what they're specifically asking for you to do right now, Valerie, is just surrender. Surrender all your worries. Surrender all your plans. Surrender the things that are spinning around in your head and just let them go. Breathe. You're not protecting your peace the way you once did. You're letting things affect you and, surprise you and knock you down, and it's not like you. They're asking you, we're here to support you and to protect you. And this is also a reminder to protect yourself, protect your own energy. Um, there happens to be a really um, annoying situation in my life where I am a volunteer soccer coach, and the gentleman that I'm coaching with is not my favorite person. He's not very kind. And in fact, he has put me in my place, and it's really toxic. And my practice for him, as well as for myself, is to send him healing energy. I'm not going to change him with my words. I don't even think it's worth spending any moment to try to explain or to try to convince him or help him change to be a better human. Not mine to do. I'm sending him healing energy, and at the same time, I'm putting myself in a bubble and protecting myself from anything that belongs to him that he's trying to fling at me. A few weeks ago, he came after me pretty aggressively, and it took me about a week to get his energy off of me. And I'm a professional, and it was like, ugh, it was all over me. So this is also a reminder for you, Valerie, to really protect yourself. And also just knowing that you've been taking on too much, and things have been affecting you more than usual. So one of the fastest ways to clear your energy and to get grounded is to literally get grounded outside. Go outside, put your feet in the ground. Imagine just letting things go. Did I get everybody now? Did everybody who asked for a card, did you all get a card? Now, just for fun, does anybody have a question, a specific coaching question that they need answered? Anything that is on your mind that you're looking to get some support with? I'm here for it. I know it takes a minute to type it in. I'm having a weird hair day. Fluffy over here, not so much over here, and it's flip-flopped on my screen too. So good. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Advice for selling. Yeah. Tell me more about selling. What specifically about selling? Because I really love the conversation around selling. And this is coming from somebody who used to be petrified. I used to be like the discount queen, bargain basement, like, oh, would you like me to offer you something for 30% off? And I would feel weird even about that. So, and I've easily sold high ticket offers. I think the highest ticket offer I've sold was a $30,000 package, which, I mean, it's not nothing. That's a lot of money. Um, and it can be really light and really easy and really joyful. So, I would say this: selling, you find you find your issues. You find your issues when you start to get yourself out there and actually make offers to people. LOL, how to speak with your audience in a way that they want to buy, I guess. That's really great question. So, part of the way, and actually, I just recorded 3 new videos that are going to be coming out over the next few weeks. One is about how to build a spiritual business step by step. One is about how I built a multi 6-figure business. One is how to create your first high ticket offer. So you're gonna love those ones. So I'll see if I can compress all of those videos into a concise statement. So first and foremost, the best way to sell to people is to listen. I know it sounds so stupid, but the moment that I learned to ask people for what they want and then sell that to them, it was like mind blown. Because back in the day, I used to just do brick and mortar. I had a brick and mortar. I did hands-on healing massage. I did energy healing. I did combinations. I did group energy clearings, but that was it. And when I learned I should just ask people what they want, it revolutionized my business, and I've never stopped. I continuously ask, "What is it that you want?" If I could wave a magic wand, and I ask it in a number of ways. So, like right now, for the folks who are live with me, when it comes to trusting your intuition, what is the number one thing you struggle with? Or when it comes to growing your business, what is the number one thing you struggle with? Either or, both, and answer the question, put it into the comments, into the chat. When it comes to your business or your intuition, what's the number one thing you're struggling with? And I'm doing this as an example because if you take that phrase, I'm inserting the thing that I do, intuition and business growth. But you can insert what you do into that statement. When people start to reflect and think about it, and then they tell you what's going on, then you can start to design an offering that is for them. And this is also what makes sales calls really easily. If you take sales calls, my sales calls tend to be about 10 minutes long. And it doesn't mean I close every single one and every time I have a sales call out, somebody buys. But depending on what the offer is, most of the time they do. The reason why is because I'm listening. The sales call has very little of me talking. I'm not even selling. I'm literally listening and I'm ferociously taking notes. When I'm listening to the words that they're saying, why aren't you guys commenting? I asked you two questions. Come on, play the game with me. All right. The questions were, when it comes to your business growth or your intuition, what's the number one thing you're struggling with? Put it in the chat. You do that, I'll finish what I was saying. What I'm doing is I'm ferociously typing. What I'm typing is the words that are coming out of their mouth. I'm asking them the question like, well, clearly there's a part of you that wants to grow your business in a really soulful way that feels good. Tell me more about why right now is important to you. And they'll say, "Ba, ba, 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 ba," and I just type, 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 type. And then sometimes they're saying words that I've heard over and over again. For example, I'm at a crossroads. It's not just a Bone Thugs and Harmony song, it's also my special song. So for those of you who are old enough who watched Pee-wee's Playhouse when you grew up, like me, there is like the word of the day, and when they say the word, everyone goes, "Ah!" To me, when somebody says I'm at a crossroads where they're like, "I was going this way, but I kinda wanna go that way," or I'm shifting, or I'm pivoting, um, or I'm blocked. I feel like I have a money block. These are all things that I'm like, "Whoo, I can help you with this." So when people are telling me these things, when I'm selling to them, I'm not actually selling, I'm repeating. So it sounds like what you're talking about is that you're at a crossroads and you feel like you're wanting to grow your business, but you're blocked with money. Okay, I would love to help you with that. Here are some of the things that I think could really benefit you. And I'm customizing an offer for them, knowing how long they've been in business, knowing what their revenue is, knowing what their goals are. I'll say, okay, I'll recommend one, two, or three. If you go to a restaurant and you're starving and they have the specials and they have the regular menu, sometimes for me anyways, when I go to a new restaurant, I'll say, what's like the popular dish here? Like, what do people come here for? And they'll tell me, oh, this one is a really, really popular one. Everybody gets this one. Okay, so it's good to know. This is the place with the chicken parm or whatever their thing is. Okay. Thank you for participating. I'm struggling to be seen. I'm self-sabotage each time I'm seen. My answer for both would be building self-trust. So this is information. This is data. So when somebody says self-trust, being seen, self-sabotage, struggling to figure out exactly what I'm struggling is that makes sense. Okay. My maybe scattered energy. Also catastrophizing everything in my mind. This is very helpful. Okay. I'm glad this is helpful. So once people tell me these things, I can say, well, if you would like help getting clarity on your next steps so you can stop second guessing yourself, are you all leaning in? Say yes. If you're not sure, but like I'm hearing what you're saying, I'm reading it, I'm understanding. I know the pain. When I go to that pain point in my mind and my body, I'm thinking, if this continues on for them, what are the natural consequences in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? If you are stuck spinning your wheels without any clarity, no idea where you're going, and every time you get visible, it freaks you the hell out, you are going to be in the same place you are today, only you're probably going to feel way worse about yourself because you're still here and you've been trying to get out of the rut and you haven't gotten yourself out of the rut. So then there's the shame involved with trusting myself with this new info. You're going to be in this rut over the course of a year, 2 years, 5 years, who knows? But the truth is that you just stopped trying. And eventually you stopped trying to go after your dreams and just gave up. And now the people that you came on this planet in this lifetime to help, they're not getting help through you either. So not only do you feel bad, you have shame around it, you feel low about yourself, you feel maybe depressed, you're not following your purpose, you feel lost and confused. And there's other people on this planet who will never get the magic that's supposed to come from you. That is sad. That is why I say I can help you out of that. I've been there. I know what that feels like. I know the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. I know that sometimes you get this high and it feels so good and you know you're helping people and like, oh my God, it's happening and making money. My message is resonating. People are raising their hands. And then there's times where you put all this energy in and it just doesn't work. And you kick yourself and second guess, should I not have done that? And it's so difficult. So sometimes it's really nice to know that there's somebody who's by your side who can walk you through all of those stages and pick you up when you're down and remind you who you are if you forget, and to have accountability to go do the damn thing that you said you wanted to do. That is why it's easy to sell what you have, because you're helping somebody. This is hitting hard. And my self-sabotage of things going well, and then when the shoe drops and another part of my life. And that's because of crystal clear connection that I would recommend. I don't have it on paperback. I should, though. I recommend it all the time. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks is a wonderful book to tell you to help you understand about that, because what's going on is we can only tolerate so much success, love, health, happiness, whatever. And then we self-destruct. We say, oh, I can't tolerate any more of that. I'm not going to have that. My business is going well. Oh, I better hire somebody who's going to steal money from me. Oh, my business is going well. I better stop doing that thing. My relationship is going great. Great. Now I'm going to go pick a fight for no reason. For example, my podcast, when I first released my podcast like 6 years ago, I batch recorded a dozen episodes and my goal was to hit new and noteworthy. And I did. And immediately when it came out, it was a hit and I lost my voice. I wasn't sick, just lost my voice. So that's me, right? That's me. So I would really if I were you, I would start to learn about this, because it's not a full stop. It's your business is a catalyst for your spiritual growth. So your business is showing you where you need to work. Am I blocked because I feel like I'm being salesy and people don't want me and I'm not a good enough person? Wherever I'm stopping my business is showing you about yourself. So you have a choice to work through it. Visibility. You say, it's hard to be visible. Well, that's because you're thinking about everybody else looking at you, judging you. You're concerned with what they think about you. The book is called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. So our business helps us to heal in a lot of ways. But Also, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Not everybody wants to work through their darkness, through the dark night of the soul. Not everybody wants to do shadow work. Not everybody wants to address their abandonment wounds. Not everybody wants to look at why they are sad and where did that come from and how did it start and where's the root of this energy block. There's a lot to dive into. But my point in saying all that is we need to ask people for what they want first and foremost before we sell anything to them. Because you can sell the same thing. Let me get something that's really easy to compare to. This is a silly thumbs up pen. It says, "You are awesome." I could sell you this pen and tell you the reason why this pen is so special is because my great grandparents owned a stationery store, and it was their dream to immigrate into the United States and build a life for themselves and their future family. And they built a stationery store. This is actually true. I don't really know the story in depth, but this is part of it. They built a stationery store and they just wanted to have a simple mom and pop shop that could help their community and help themselves and have a great life. I could sell you this pen and say, you know what this pen has done? This ink is better than any ink I've ever used. And what I love about it is that when I'm writing these checks, it's smooth, it's great. And so I get a lot more work done faster. So one story I'm selling you on like my history and my lineage and like the backstory, what it means to me. On the other side, I'm telling you about functionality. And so it's the same product, but I'm selling it in different ways. For you to sell something to somebody, you want to know what the pain points are that you have to hit those pain points to make people go, "Oh, that's for me." And the pen maybe is a bad example because a pen is a pen is a pen, but there's also people who are like artists and they're making these pens and they're raising money, let's say for something in particular. And you go, I don't really give a shit about the pen, but I love that what they're raising money for. And so this is part of what I'm starting to do personally is listening to my guidance and to say, you know what matters to me a lot is this planet. And I have quietly been an activist in my life where I have a backyard farm. We raise our own food. I love to cook. I love to grow things in the garden and I love to make things for people. And so far, it's just been my personal life. And I've been considering how do I tie in that level of activism and healing the planet with the work that I do. Do they even talk to each other? Does it connect? But I know that from the years of I've been online that people go, "Oh, I love it when you're on your farm. I love it when you're with your goats or with your chickens and it's so interesting." And when you're making bread and they get like I've had clients on mastermind calls and they're like, "You've made sourdough bread and croissant bread and you've made pumpkin bread and you've made like they follow me and they get that stuff." And I don't know how do I bring it in? I don't know. But my guess is part of why I'm being called to bring in activism and helping heal the earth is that the more that we can trust our intuition and come back into ourselves, listening to our guidance, the more we can do that into the world. We can help other people with our businesses. And with our businesses making more money, we can use the money to help more people or to help the planet. I feel like there is this cyclical thing. I haven't fully linked it, still a little rough. Um, but but my point in saying that is that selling can be a soulful experience. If you said, "Oh, I really like your necklace. You know why I'm wearing this necklace today? Because it's my son's birthday." I bought two of these. They're like tiny little hearts. I bought two of them, one for each of my sons, and it represents my love for them. And it was a cheap little, like, I don't know, $20 little gold necklace on a simple chain. But when I wear it, I think about, being a mother and my kids, and it's symbolic for me. And so you could tell that story if you're a jewelry designer. And like that's an angle, right? It could be a Valentine's Day, something from your partner, right? Like it's a different way you look at it. You can position it. Um, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. I've lost my train of thought a little bit, but selling can be and should be really a soulful transaction, helping somebody um, with something else. You know, however many times have you worn a cute outfit and someone's like, "Oh, I love your top. That's so cute. Where'd you get it?" And you go, "Oh, I got it at such and such store." You're selling. As much as you don't think of it that way, you're just making a recommendation or asking you for your opinion. It was very nice though. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Um, it's been fun, friends. I'm gonna get going because it's almost time for me to turn back into mom and go pick up my kid. Well, kids. But one of them gets out a little bit later because he's at band. So I know that didn't really directly answer your question about how to sell. Um, but I hope it helped to get you on the trajectory that you have to start asking and listening. And it's harder to sell when you're not listening to what people want. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'll see you all next week. Monday, I'm doing my spirit guide class. Thursday, I'll do some more live streaming. And thank you. Oh, great as usual. Thank you so much for saying that, Millie. I appreciate you. And please come back again. I love seeing you guys every week. Have fun with the birthday celebrations and thanks for reading. Oh, my pleasure. I'll see you guys. Lots of love. Bye.